Hello, my crafty friends. It's Andrea from Prairie Sky Paper Crafts, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Manitoba. Today I'm showing you two different techniques with the Art Gallery stamp set. I've got two ink colors, so we're going to get started with our first one. Our first stamp set, for our first card, I should say, I'm using the large, mostly solid, and then the highlighted stamp. And I've also got the leaves and the stem piece. So I'm going to use our other piece of basic white that I've got because we're going to do two-step stamping with one stamp pad. So two-step stamping is basically stamping your image and then getting the highlight from a second stamp. In this case, I'm using Highland Heather. But I don't really care where I'm going to stamp this one. I do want this to be a lighter version of the first. So I'm just going to stamp on there. So we've got a nice light shade. I'm not done with this. I'm just going to stick it over there. And then we're going to do our second one. And I'm just going to line it up. Whoops. So we've got the light and then the dark, which is really great for if you only have one ink pad that you want to use and you want to make sure that it matches. Using this technique is absolutely perfection. Okay, and we're just going to move that off to the side. We're going to get this back. And then we're going to bring in our Mossy Meadow. This stamp set is absolutely perfect because it is photopolymer, so you can see right through it. Oh, got a bit of a blip right there. So you can see exactly where you're placing your elements. And we're just going to stamp down with our Mossy Meadow and stamp it right up. Close this guy up for a second. And I've got some ribbon that I am just going to, what am I going to do with the ribbon? You know what? I'm just going to tie a knot. Oops. And trim it. Grab my snips. I'm not spectacular with bows. Actually, the end is a bit long. So I'm just going to keep it pretty basic. You could use a glue dot for this, but I'm just using the adhesive. I'm going to stick this guy down like that. Find a sentiment to put on our card. I think Happy Birthday will work well for this. Oops. Happy Birthday we're going to do in Highland Heather, I think. Make sure we don't get it all over the place. Actually, pull our ribbon piece off so we don't accidentally do something to it that we don't intend to. There we go. And we'll put our ribbon back. And then I just simply have a card base here that is Old Olive as well. We're going to bling it up a little bit with the rhinestones too. And a dimensional back because, of course. All right. So there's our card. Really quick, really easy. And then we're just going to randomly put a few little gems around. Sometimes basic is absolutely stunning. Actually, most of the time, basic is absolutely stunning. So there's card number 1 with our 2-step stamp. Now we're going to step it up a notch. I'm going to move our stuff off to the side, put our stamps back into the case. And then this one, we are going to do, we're just creating a background. Really easy, really quick. Does not matter if this is perfect. In fact, you kind of want it to be imperfect. Stamp off there. Oops. A little bit of a darker. And you just want to keep doing it to build up the colors and to build up the layers. Okay, now I'm going to take this guy off and I'm going to actually bring in this little shape here. It's still a flower. Yeah, we're going to do that. But I'm going to pull in some of our mossy meadow with this. And then, oops. There we go. That's a bit better. And we're just going to keep building. I really like this technique. It's really quite unique. And art gallery, yes, it's a floral set, but doing a background like this that looks sort of camouflaged is a great way to incorporate it into either masculine or even unisex cards. A few months ago, I did one that was, actually I did both. I did a green and beige camouflage and a pink camouflage, and it was really pretty. I really loved actually how both of them turned out. Okay, we're going to call that done. I'm going to put this guy back over here. And then grab my card base. And I do need to trim this down just a little bit. I'm going to trim it down to 4 by 5 1/4. Yeah, that's the side I want to trim. And let's see. You know what? I think I'm going to pull in some of our ribbon, but this time I'm going to do something a little bit different with it. Still not a bow, but if I can get my hand to cooperate, all I'm doing is taking one piece and tying it around the center-ish. And then it'll still lay relatively flat. And then what I'm going to do is run my tape across my card. Go side to side. And then tuck it in behind. I did make this a little bit long, but it's all right. One of these days I should do a video for what we need to do with ribbon scraps, because I'm sure everybody's got them. Okay, I'll pull that a little bit tight. This one I'm going to angle. So we're going to cut this one up like that. And this one we're going to cut down, I think. These two-step sets are so much fun and so easy to use. Now I've got a little tiny piece here that I'm going to actually just flip over, and our sentiment for this one I think is going to be, I'm thinking of you. Is that what this one says? I'm thinking of you. I really love the font of this stamp set too. It's really classic, really clean. I think we're going to do Highland Heather for the sentiment strip as well. Centered roughly. And then we're just going to do it. Actually, you know what? We're going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to cut it apart. And then grab some dimensionals and pop them up. 1, 2 on that one, and 2 on that one. I've seen other card makers cutting their sentiments apart. It's never really occurred to me that I should try it and see what it looks like for my stuff too. Because then you're also given a little bit of creative freedom in how you place it on your card. Oh, that's a little bit long there. Trim that down. And here's our gems. I think we'll use the larger ones for this card. And I like odd numbers, so I think I'll just do 3 on this one. So there you have it. 2 totally different cards using the same 2-step stamp set. Art Gallery was the one that I used. There are coordinating dies that go with it, but I really love the simplicity. Same cards, same color, or same style of card, same cardstock colors, same ribbon, and same ink, but 2 totally different looks. So don't forget to hit subscribe so you're notified every single time a new video goes live. And if you're in Canada and would like to check out my shop, I would love to be your demonstrator. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you soon.